one may look at the moon intensely for some time, because it doesn't affect us deeply. But can I equally observe, can there be observation of our reaction without any shadow of thought? That's what we're discussing. From that arises whether it is possible to live a life without any sense of conflict. And conflict exists wherever there is division, right? Right, sir? The Jew, the Arab, the Dutch and the Malays and the English and so on, the division, national division, psychological division, religious division, and so on. Now, as long as there is a division in oneself, there must be conflict. That's obvious, sir, right? You agree, sir? Right. If you say so, how is one to eliminate that conflict? They have tried different ways. That is, identify yourself with God. God will save you. Abandon yourself to God, some principle, or surrender yourself to something greater. Forget yourself. We have tried all those various systems which we hope to eliminate this conflict, right? But it hasn't, right? So I'm asking a question, which is, as long as there is division in the observer and the observed, there must be conflict, because there is division, right? Now, that division artificially created by thought, or is it actual? You follow my question? If it is actual, in a sense, which is not an illusion, not a fancy. If the division is actual, then I must live forever in conflict. One must live, right? If the division is not true, accurate, factual, then as there is no conflict, right, then the very thing which is being observed undergoes a change. I cannot put it more different.
Sir, what one is observing is often thought itself. So are you saying that the change comes about in thought itself?
Yes, sir. Can you observe, can thought, please, just listen for fun. Can thought observe itself? Huh?
We acknowledge thoughts going through our minds.
Not through our, just I'm asking a question, which is, is there an observation of thought by thought? Or can thought itself be conscious of its own movement? What? One thought can say, I'll watch the other thought moving, and so control it, shape it, and so on. But I'm asking a different question, which is, can thought be conscious of itself as a movement?
Are you saying that the whole of thought is what is conscious of thought, right?
What's up?
Are you saying that the whole of thought is conscious of thought, not one part of thought?
That's right. Whole thought.
I mean, yes, the essence of the whole of thought.
Of course.
And
Thought is the whole of thought.
Yes, but usually we say one part of thought is conscious of another.
You understood what, Doctor? One thought is part of the whole. So can thought, which is the whole, be aware of itself?
That raises a problem. So you have said before that thought is always fragmentary.
Yes, sir. No. Thought is fragmentary, right?
Yes, but not always.
Wait, can thought, which is fragmentary, can that thought be aware of itself?
Well, then that thought as a whole.
No, wait, particular thought. Let's leave the whole for the moment, so that it's a little more complex. Can say you have a particular thought. Now, you have a particular thought, a thought. Can that a thought be conscious of itself? Not other thought is conscious of it.
So that thought doesn't move.
Huh?
That thought has to be conscious of itself, right? But if it moves, it cannot be conscious of itself. Now, it becomes another thought.
I don't quite follow this.
See, if you say the thought is to be conscious of itself,
I'm asking, sir, let's put it, leave out thought.
Yeah.
Can consciousness
yes,
be aware of itself? Consciousness being the whole content of its thought. I see, I don't want to bring in whole and all that.
Can any kind of consciousness be aware of itself, or must it be a particular kind of consciousness? In other words, could the kind of consciousness which...
Just a minute. You know what your consciousness is, do you?
No. Not fully, no. Most of the time I'm just caught up.
No,
Or it's operating.
if you look up, please, just listen. Your consciousness is made up of its content, right? Right? The content is your jealousy, anxiety, fear, love, hate, sexual demands, the whole human endeavor, struggle, pain, pleasure, sorrow, death, and so on. The whole of that is made up of all these little parts, right?
Yes.
Now, can that consciousness be aware of itself? Or is that not possible?